What's up, everybody? Let me give you guys a couple minutes. I'm gonna give you all about a minute to get in. I don't know why I'm saying that. Today we're gonna be talking about fruit fasting. Let me situate this properly. All right, so let's start up. So today we're gonna be talking about fruit fasting, right? And the benefits of fruit fasting. So here we have dragon fruit. We have a what is this called again? I completely forgot. Soursop, black sapote, avocado, of course, and egg fruit. So we're going to be talking about the benefits of these, which for the most part, I would say, like here, this one right here, it has anti-aging properties. Well, it may be for the skin. It helps rejuvenate the hair. It helps you in a plethora of ways with your immune system. If you have diabetes, it helps eradicate these types of things. Yeah, so here you got the egg fruit and this black sapote. So the importance of fasting, for me, first and foremost, because you want to make sure that the body, can rejuvenate itself. You want to make sure that you give your intestines, your digestive system, a break. A lot of people, we eat way too much meat, and it's just overconsumption. A lot of people need to understand that when we overuse and overdo this whole meat situation, then it causes cancer. Next thing you know, you're at the doctor, and then they're telling you that you have such and such types of cancer. But realistically, it will be eradicated if certain things were alleviated from your body. So we need to be more in tune with who we are and what we are, and understand that I'm not saying don't eat meat, and there's actually more to it as well. It's not even just about the whole meat consumption, because we are, especially as Americans, we're overeating when it comes to the meat consumption. And then from there, what we're doing is we're not moving around. So now when you're not moving around, what ends up happening is your lymphatic system is backed up. So now when the lymphatic system is backed up, what happens is you end up just not when your lymphatic system is backed up, you end up not being able to process the toxins. So when you can't process those toxins, what in turn happens, you end up getting cancer and many things like cancer. So a lot of people, they don't understand why they get cancer. They believe just because that they eat healthy, which what technically is healthy. You want to eat based off your blood type, your body type, where your parents come from, and what's in season. So you need to, or we as a whole, really need to understand that when you can follow certain guidelines based on what your body tells you, because as you get healthier, I notice my body tells me what I need. It's like I'll crave certain things, like positive things. For instance, a woman that is on their menstrual cycle is usually, not usually, I know I've been around women that have been like, oh, I want some Brussels sprouts for some reason. And that's because that gives you that iron that's being depleted from the body. Things like that. When I create a a plan for just a general plan, what I'll do is I'll run through something and just see how my body feels, see what I need to stretch afterwards, see what I need to do next. So you let the body tell you what to do rather than you following a cookie cutter strategy. But you could start there, yes, but you want to stray away and find your path as well because we all come from different walks of life and we've all done things differently. So you may sit down 10 hours a day. The next person may sit down 3 hours a day. They may be moving around exponentially. You may not be moving much at all after you work. So and then when it comes to the fruit, it's very important because when you can alleviate the body and be as light on your digestive system as possible, you will reap the benefits. You will have more mental clarity. Understand that your stomach is your first brain. Your stomach tells your brain what to do. When late at night you're hungry and you start craving something and you're wondering why, like something unhealthy like sweets and whatnot, then what happens is that's those parasites in your body telling your brain and your stomach telling your brain to get up and go get me this or that. And what we need to understand with that is if you can eradicate those parasites from the beginning, which is not eating excess amounts of flesh. Now, remember, I'm not saying don't eat meat. I'm just saying eating excess amounts. So when you wake up in the morning, me personally, I have water with Himalayan sea salt or Celtic sea salt, whichever one you prefer. And then from there, what I'll do is, because mind you, the body releases sugars in the liver if your liver is functioning properly. So mind you, this is on a healthy, somewhat to a healthy individual. A lot of people, they can't necessarily do this because their body's not functioning optimally. So I do that, and then at about 12 or 1, I'll have a smoothie. And then from there, I will eat a meal at about, say, 6, maybe 7. Like today, after this, I'm going to cook something, which would probably be salmon, asparagus, and forbidden rice. So, just things like that. And I don't, let me see, I don't eat red meat any more than, like, maximum, I'll eat it 4 times a week, once, and like not in a big portion. And then I'll do sometimes once a week, you know, and understand the lymphatic system and the liver and the kidney. That is a huge portion of your immune system. It's not this imaginary army that we somewhat seem to believe. It is the lymphatic system, and think of it like this: when we go to take garbage out, the trucks come and pick them up, right? They're always moving. If they stop moving, then garbage would spew out into the streets. So if the lymphatic system is not moving, it spews back into the bloodstream, you know? So we need to keep moving. That's why they say movement is medicine. So it's not just eating a certain way, it's not just moving a certain way, and it's not just understanding and having a certain mindset and habit and staying consistent. It's all of them together because eventually down the line, if one or the two of them, something's gonna it's gonna give, you know. So you want to make sure that you can really optimize your own self. This machine that we run, we don't seem to look at it like that. I look at the body as a computer, more or less, and you need to feed the hard drive properly. I like to do a lot of analogies because it hits better with people and they understand it better, you know. So uh, always remember and always understand that what you put in is what you're going to get out. So if you are dealing with issues and taking meds and whatever the case may be, just know that it's because you weren't putting in what your body needed, you know, and then eventually the body was compensating. And then on top of that, uh, a really good question you want to ask yourself is, say the medication that you're on, right? Is it really healing you, or is it just a band-aid? How many years, weeks, months, or days have you been taking it? Is it actually helping you? Because when you heal naturally, you eradicate whatever it is. Perfect example, this hydrogen here. So this hydrogen has helped individuals that have cancer. Uh, it's helped individuals that have ulcers and people that have been struggling from whatever past shots they've taken. I've seen personally people that have done that tell me within 2 days that they have more mental clarity, they have they can see better, and they can hear better. So just things like that. And also what this does, this hydrogen, it eradicates disease and rejuvenates your DNA. So more or less it reverse ages you. And all it really is it's it's hydrogen. You know how we've seen things on like cartoons or whatever, the Fountain of Youth, and they jump into it and then they come out all young and whatnot. Well, that's just hydrogen-rich water. So when you can ingest hydrogen-rich water or per se tablets, that'll help you increase the longevity and the health and lifespan of yourself. All right. So always remember that when it comes to a fruit fast, you want to make sure that your body is healthy enough to be able to do such. Don't think that it's too much sugars and this, that, and the third, because this is real sugar. This is the sugar your body is actually supposed to be uh, ingesting. Excuse me. This is the sugar your body's actually supposed to be ingesting. So always be mindful of that, because a lot of people stray away from fruits because they've been told that there's too much sugar in them. Are you good? And it's not that there's too much sugar in them, it's the fact that the sugar in these are the sugar that gives you life. The other sugar, the processed sugar, that feeds cancer, that feeds the dead cells. You know? So we need to inform ourselves so we can reform ourselves. All right? And me personally, when it comes to fasting, because I do a lot of fast, I make sure I fast. Say every few months. It's kind of like a cleanse. Well, that's basically what it is. You know, I either do a fruit fast or a water fast with sea salt. And what I've noticed through both of those fasts is that I sleep a lot less. I don't need 6 hours. I don't need 8 hours. I hardly need 5 hours. Most of the time, I get like 4.5 hours, and I'm good right there. I noticed that it's a lot easier for me to think during a fast as well. When you get that mental clarity during the water fast, in about 18 hours, the autophagy kicks in, and you start to feed off the dead cells, and you're really, adding in or relinquishing the toxins, so you can add in after you're done fasting, the nutrients that the body needs. Some people don't realize that when you break a fast, what you break a fast with is of the utmost importance, because now that's what the body's going to reset off of, So with that, know that I would say break your fast based off of your blood type, your body type, where your family comes from, where you live, and what's in season, and just eat based off of that actually as well. That's very important, because when you do that, now your body is going to run optimally customized for you. Nobody's the same. We're all different, you know. And even over the years, like let's say me and my siblings, right? If say we grew up in different places, then we would be eating differently, you know. So sometimes you have to customize it based on where you're at, and it can't just be a cookie cutter. Well, since I'm related to such and such, I should be eating this. That's not really the case, you know. So always be mindful of that. And and this here too. We're gonna talk about the soursop. So the soursop is very, very important because for one, the soursop, it has cancer fighting properties, it has anti-aging properties. Uh, if you're a diabetic, help with that. Just about all the things that sea moss has, this is very, it's along the same lines of that, and it tastes a lot better too. It's not that if you've ever had sea moss and you then you understand what I'm saying. It's horrible. This one, when it's ripe, it tastes like a mixture of like sour and sweet Skittles almost. At least that's what it is for me. Well, if you're looking for any hydrogen, you can email me at martinmindset11@gmail.com, or you could DM me on Instagram at Martin Mindset. Make sure you also, yeah. Make sure you also, or you can also, what's it called? Go to Trevor Fitness F2.com and tap in there, and we'll get you situated. Let me see. So, take soursop bitters. Yeah. See, so soursop is great for many things. You know, what is it that, or how long have you been taking soursop, and have you seen improvements? I just realized that my face wasn't. It's all good. So I know I've recently have started eating soursop in this, oh boy, in this form, and I've definitely felt the difference. Me, I'm more about the feel of things. How do things feel? You know, that's very important for me because that's mainly what I go off of when it comes to just about everything in life, more or less. Can you take soursop daily, or is it something you should take 45 days back off? Yeah, you could take soursop daily. I mean, you're not like overdoing it, I'd imagine. But also, you know, too much of anything is not good. So just always be mindful of that as well. Just take it, you know, one day at a time. Don't overdo it. Some people believe that if this thing is healthy, then I can just take umpteen amounts of it. That's not really the case. So be mindful of that. Any other questions? Oh, also, we're going to have uh, these fruits here. We'll be able to ship these out to people depending on what's in stock and you know what's in season, of course. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you either DM me Martin Mindset or email me martinmindset11@gmail.com. And once you guys know, I appreciate you. Until next time.